Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Modern Family Season 1, Episodes 11 and 12. So we had some really fun episodes in Episodes 9 and 10. We had a lot of fun with Luke's birthday party, which Phil just went all out, and Luke, you know, he hurt himself, but still had an amazing time. We got to see Cam as a clown, but I really enjoyed the Christmas episode and just how they handled that, you know, canceling Christmas with Phil and Claire is incredible. I really think that's a great episode to watch around the holidays. I think that's something I'm gonna have to do. Maybe it's like a new holiday tradition. Just, I laughed during that episode, but the more I think about it, and something about the image of a dad, like, being like, that's it, I'm canceling Christmas, and taking the Christmas tree and just dragging it out of the house, that might be Phil's best moment in the show so far. But anyways, I'm excited to get into more episodes. As always, you want to watch along the full unedited reaction, that is all up on Patreon. It's also where you can check out future reactions of Modern Family if you don't want to wait and you'd care to support the channel. Let's just get right into it. Modern Family Season 1, Episodes 11 and 12.
What's the most irritating thing my parents say to me?
Ooh.
That's too much cologne. That's how girls end up dead.
Who says that, Claire?
It's inappropriate because she's your teacher.
Whoa.
Act more like an adult. What does act more like an adult even mean?
Be more mature.
Look at you, you're soaked. You're the one who wanted to do it.
Yeah, please tell me Claire says act like an adult, not Phil.
Weasel in my pants.
Totally.
Why are my windows wet?
Very difficult to say.
What's wrong?
Oh, what happened?
Call 911.
Maybe the firemen will come.
Firemen in our town have a reputation. Hot. My question is, what's hot?
Do anyway.
It's a surprise, you'll see.
What?
Jay, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Holy.
They got a chef there that can flip a shrimp into his own hat.
What the?
Yes, my wife.
Oh, seriously?
What's he doing here? Supposed to pick up Manny yesterday and disappoint him again. Now he just sails in here out of the blue.
Yeah, that's
don't
not
like the
cool.
guy.
That's not cool.
Good reasons. Yeah. How many reasons do I need? None. I don't like the guy.
I don't like him either. I don't like him either. This will be interesting, though, right? And what's he doing showing up with a boat, right?
So I would have called, but when I was buying this friend, I got chased out to sea by another.
There's always excuses.
Ritz.
I didn't stop to ask.
Heavy swords and sing songs about how fun it is to be a pirate.
Such a beautiful house. Empty-handed? I brought dinner. Lobster.
Oh,
Pass him with your bare hand.
Bought them with my bare hands.
but just as impressive.
I don't have a camera phone.
You do now.
Awesome!
I mean, at least he did bring some things.
Honey, why don't you show your father to the kitchen?
Tonight, we dance.
Oh, we're gonna dance.
Nothing.
Ay, Javier, yo no sé, espérate para ver qué puedo hacer.
Does he need money for the lobsters?
JV, now.
I'm watching a guy build an onion volcano. Then I got Rico Suave in my kitchen.
For money to be with his father. Colombians can be very persuasive. Now I'm with the right man, okay? Javier is only going to stay one night.
Good.
Being very persuasive.
Wait, what?
Very persuasive.
I just got up to change her. Rachel really wanted to Ferberize the baby.
Ferber of getting the baby to sleep through the night, letting her cry herself to sleep.
Oh, really?
It's not torture. Karen.
Parents, let me know your thoughts about this.
Who hates to hear another person suffer.
Oh.
Will suffer.
You can't
No,
cry
no.
along with the baby.
Daddy will come in and cuddle her and put on her favorite. What are we?
Brian De Palma's controversial masterpiece, Scarface.
Scarface? You're showing a baby Scarface? Are you insane?
The nightclub massacre, she loves it.
Even Tarantino wouldn't show his kid Scarface that young.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just, okay, that's cancer.
That's not cancer.
Dad.
Don't touch me. Don't frighten him. Come here. Gotta be death. Death is coming.
How is that not gonna frighten Luke?
Breathe, just breathe.
You, when you were in labor, and you threw my smoothie at me. It's fine. It's fine. It's passing.
It is not.
There's an alien inside of me. All systems down.
He's playing on my pool table, that's what.
Oh.
Just to
Jay,
check things out, okay? He's messing around with my remote control.
you can hear that from me.
Happens when you get older.
Oh, you're not old.
I didn't say I was old.
The night belongs to the poets, madman.
Which are you?
Picture over here of you on a motorcycle.
I used to
Used to. That is words in any language, my friend.
live this life of adventure. How come I don't buy a word of it?
Because you're wise.
Dad who doesn't show up.
I live in the now.
Crying outside that door because you didn't show up for the 10th.
What, I'm just off chasing a good time? It might be hard for me
Because of Gloria?
because of you.
That's no excuse not to see your son, bro. What is he gonna do? Show her Goodfellas?
I'm gonna be fine.
We know, Dad.
We don't know that. It's a miracle I'm standing up. Hey, that if I'd had time, I would have fixed that step.
Thanks, Dad.
Is he ever gonna fix that stuff? He's not going to.
I broke the coffee
The
table.
one you swore you didn't break, blamed Esperanza, and fired her
What?
at Thanksgiving for her family.
What?
And got deported.
What? That's all true?
Okay.
Here.
Luke broke the. Hey, you changed your clothes. Into that sexy, clean. Oh my God.
Oh,
And lipstick. I'm out here convulsing in agony, and you.
I just
Oh
threw on the
my
first thing I could
gosh.
find.
Oh my gosh. He spent 20 minutes picking an outfit.
How we doing?
Great.
He meant me.
All right.
Poor Phil. He's suffering on multiple fronts here.
Tough guy to compete with. As long as my boy follows his passion. I live baseball. You look like you played some.
Well, I played in high school.
Are they gonna actually become friends? I just don't trust him. I just don't trust him.
Used to be. Come
You're
on,
right.
my
I
friend.
shouldn't say that. Wake you up. I'm sorry.
I was doing my science extra credit.
Oh, okay.
Can I play?
I have a better idea for the three of us. Vamos.
What are they gonna do?
He owes me a little favor.
Whoa. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
This is the coolest night ever.
That's pretty legit. Come on. Come on.
Out. It's to teach her to put herself to sleep.
Can't help it. I'm like a mother bear when
Bleeding heart. Bleeding heart.
Get in our room. In there. Get in there.
With a chair.
Get in there. Come on. Come on. Get in there.
Like you're chasing an animal away or something. A raccoon broke in.
Why not?
Because that's how girls end up dead. Hey, hon.
There you go. There you go.
Gonna go just fine.
Oh, we know.
We don't know. Doesn't. Promise me you'll be nice to your new fireman daddy.
Unbelievable. I didn't get dressed up.
Those heels were really hot. You're not scared, are you?
When was the last time you saw your old man scared?
Birthday party?
When we were playing with the Ouija board and the wind blew the door shut.
We brought something forth.
You playing a Ouija board with your son? That is daring.
You guys went out in the hallway.
This is not gonna happen, okay? But there is a scenario where you could be the man of the house.
Phil, you are like trying to make them more anxious than possible.
You did get dressed up, didn't you?
I pulled on the first thing I saw.
That was making me fall asleep. I hate for the last thing you ever said to me to be a lie.
Just admit it.
Dressed up just a tiny.
The acting in that was amazing. Like
I know.
the little expressions on her face. Of course Phil heard.
Nothing. We just went out. We hit a few balls.
Oh, shoot. What about that Colombian coffee?
With you,
You couldn't wait to get to school to do that.
money. So late. Vámonos. Didn't say take money up all night and play games.
That was a special occasion, though.
If I wanted to be married to a wild man, I would have stayed with Javier.
It's just one night.
Por Dios, no.
You're not leaving, are you?
Fool. That's where people go to not to keep children up all night.
You told her?
He's weak.
He's weak.
Go, Jay.
Yes, go, Jay. With you too.
Okay.
No, Manuela. You in the throne. Colombians are crazy. You're the one that is acting crazy.
I told everyone that I have an unreliable partner.
But I don't need to sit here and be condescended to. Next tea.
He's gonna sneak in.
You can't bring me down.
I'll sweep your legs.
Mitch is determined.
You need this more than she does. Lily's help me cry. I'm coming for you, Lily.
Just check the camera, make sure there's no threat. Sweep the legs, sweep the legs. Shoot. Oh, dang.
My My ankle.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Yeah, that just made things worse.
Yourself in the motorcycle today.
You were looking forward to killing me, so I'm not going to take that away from you. Dragging me to this bar with some of his old baseball pals. I mean, I've seen half these guys play.
Fun of me because I was seduced by him, but here you are.
No one. I'm doing this for Manny.
Picnic in the mountain.
We stopped for coffee. It just happened to be selling crepes.
Kids are so excited for you to come home.
Yeah, I'm great. Except for that fireman thing.
He's gonna hold that over your head for a long time.
Sorry, there's no excuse. I wanted to feel attractive for a second.
A little bit of time.
Okay.
I was already fine with it. Here's the deal. This never happens.
This is smart. Well played, Phil. Look at this. This isn't his first year of marriage, clearly.
The longer you hold on to it, the more the guilt builds, the more you get.
Very calculated.
10 years. Sweet little convertible. Fully articulating robot that can read my mind.
Are we gonna be there in 20? Maybe in 20 years, actually.
You're not leaving without saying goodbye. Is this your husband?
Goodbye, Paris.
Afternoon with his card trick.
Is that Phil?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! The face cover.
Hey, Mom, Phil's leaving without a hug.
Oh my gosh! You gotta be kidding me.
Getting 5-function robot with the ability to...
You're gonna say goodbye to more than that.
Leaving.
Ow!
You're fine.
Sorry I hurt you.
No, don't always be the bad cop here. Guess which one she's gonna ask to walk her down the aisle?
Well, that's actually a good point.
I can be the bad cop sometimes, as long as you make her practice her violin.
Oh, yeah, the violin. I like that.
Go to the hospital for that?
It's not that bad.
He was hoping. He was
Call
hoping.
911, didn't you? Fireman.
Fireman.
Yeah, you call.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
why. That's
change
why.
my shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Supposed to act like an adult. Adults I see in the world, adults in my family.
He's filming
It's
it.
the ones in my family. How hard could that be?
Phil just hasn't lost his inner child.
This your card? It's not, is it?
No,
Is when people forget their cards. Then I look like the idiot.
How often does that happen?
have to go.
Think I like this?
Oh. Ready? Put your hand up. 1, 2, there it is.
No.
Wow.
Oh, come on, Phil.
Are you kidding me? Beautiful morning, isn't it? Shame you have to work, huh? Yeah. Anyway, I'd like a large sausage and pepperoni.
Keep your hands
Hey.
Is having a
off my stuff. I didn't.
conversation as you order pizza? That's amazing.
Alex read my journal.
I did not.
Ooh.
Alex, don't read Haley's journal. My daughters. You got kids? What grade are you on?
Phil!
Oh, that's my wife, Claire.
Phil needs someone to talk to.
Topless woman with the biggest boobs I have ever seen driving
Oh.
a tractor.
Driving a tractor?
First of all, that's a combine, not
Phil,
a tractor.
Phil, it's disgusting.
Here's the thing. That was my picture.
Oh, what?
Work who sends out these links. Not another one of the same woman dressed as a battleship. You get, yeah. And one of the...
Don't let Luke take the fall for this.
I had every intention of telling Claire. I just wanted her to calm down first.
Is he ever gonna admit it?
We need to talk to him about this now.
Luke might end up having an unhealthy attitude about sex. Or agribusiness. We'll talk about it when he gets
Or
home.
agribusiness.
That every time he looks at porn, God kills a puppy.
I am a very lucky woman.
Good luck, Phil. Good luck.
There's nothing that I would change.
What the?
Hate the dog butler. Every time it happens, scares me all over again. I think it's the devil. El diablo.
Barkley?
Oh, he has a name. He has a name.
Could do something smart and buy something for myself. He's already a family favorite.
A family favorite?
I mean, who couldn't love him?
I have a story about a Darth Vader mannequin that, if I remember, I'll tell at the end. That's a little bit like this.
Grew up 1 mile away from Missouri's largest water slide. Largest in the country.
Oh, really? Cam, you never mentioned that.
You feel
Like a torpedo.
How many times? How many times he told this story?
Gardner usually work on Saturday?
comes when we need him. He's like Batman, but straight.
Like Batman, but straight? What an amazing throwaway line.
Turn your back on a friend like that.
Friend? Oh, really? Yeah. What's his name?
Caesar Salazar?
You were gonna say Caesar salad. Come on, really? Ow.
What happened?
Te gustaría hasar agua y tenemos?
What?
Ama? Gracias. If he wanted to have a glass of water like any kind person would.
He's gonna go lay down. What happened, though?
It's hardly porn. It was a topless woman on a track. What they call that in Europe?
What?
Cereal commercial.
I'd go talk to him.
European standards.
Breasts are like the things that he's drawn to. Frodo to Mordor. Our son is going through right now. Let's just trust it.
Phil is totally getting caught.
I will handle this.
El diablo.
Works every time.
Redecorating.
The guest room, that's crazy. He's not a guest, he works for us.
Ay.
Hi, what was that? Is he all right? Fix him. Let me take a better look. Come here, boy.
Jay has so much affection.
Buddy.
I got a secret I will bribe you to keep from your mom.
About what?
Well, it's about computer stuff.
What is Phil gonna say here?
How do you make sure you've deleted something after you read it?
Sorry, yeah, it wasn't
I need your help hiding things from your mom.
ridiculous. I didn't mean to hurt it.
Cut the its. He is a he. But action speaks louder than words.
They can be very revealing.
What an image.
It's a little ridiculous.
Ridiculous, that mountain of pillows you have on our bed. Working on a loading dock, just trying to get under the
Holy,
covers.
that is a lot of pillows.
You can put up with a piece of art.
An unholy mix between man and beast.
It's unholy. What a great adjective.
Where are you going? Get some more pillows?
Long time before I bother you again with my pillows.
They are having a little talk.
Being punished?
Favorite thing when your brother or sister.
Yes, yes.
Favorite is when they're both in trouble. He
Alex.
lies all the time.
Alec.
I'm just worried about Luke.
You are not.
A lot of parents are hitting again.
I appreciate your concern.
That is evil. She is evil.
25.
Oh, dang. Oh, dang. She's like, he really
Why
is
not?
getting spanked.
How'd it go?
Very serious talk. Very serious talk.
Kind of promised him we'd keep everything between us. He'd be mortified if I brought it up with him.
Yeah, just never, ever mention it again.
Kind of bad.
Probably just feeling a little tense from all this. I know I am. Might help the situation.
Right now?
I meant going out for a few pizzas. Where's your mind?
No, you didn't.
We can't help you if you won't come out.
What do you say?
Something, house, something.
Pick up Manny. Can we just, come on, move this thing along.
They're gonna be late. They're so gonna be late.
Personal health issue or a...
You're getting all this from something, house, something?
He's speculating. Pure speculation.
Always do this. Making it your job to fix it. My needs come second.
This man could have lost his brother. Prove to you that I'm not the obsessive helpaholic that you make me out to be.
A helpaholic.
2, the puppet show.
Ay, ¿dónde está mi novio? Su camión está parqueado.
Well, this is a hint. This is a Rachel entrance.
Perdón.
I know it's killing you not to get back there in the middle of that.
Oh. Can find their own way out. I'm not a manic Mother Teresa out there collecting lost souls.
Manic Mother Teresa. Whoa, whoa, we got the parents?
Is Manny ready?
The message, he's not going. Mandatory cleanup at school.
Oh, shoot.
What's the real reason?
It's a puppet show, Mitch.
No.
He got into a fight. House full of Latinos.
Welcome to my world. You're mad at the old balls and chain.
Okay.
Hey, I didn't mean it. I'm a little cranky. With Gloria a little bit. She hates Barkley. Anyway, I'm gluing his hand on over here.
Rough day, Dad. Your hot young wife doesn't like your doll.
My boyfriend's too nice to people.
It's worse than it sounds.
Who are we kidding? We both got it pretty good.
That's true.
We're both with people different from us, but you want different. Your mom and I were perfect on paper, and you know how that ended. What I got now, a lot better.
That's smart. That's smart.
Sometimes even I can't believe we're together. No one I'd rather come home to.
As you're holding the dog hand. What a time to overhear. Oh my gosh.
What are you looking at? Well, I just heard. I was the one who read Haley's diary. I was playing on her computer.
Oh, shoot. You're like your dad.
Okay, I opened it, but I didn't mean for anyone to fight.
Like father, like son.
I was never gonna enjoy the show without you. Lucky to have you in my life.
Oh, Mitchell. Great. Great. It turned out it was his wedding day and he was just a little nervous.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, I need to. I've been very selfish.
Sometimes I take things too far.
What happened?
I will let you know.
What happened? He went too far. What's gonna be waiting inside?
Is there a reason I can't go inside?
Yes, there is. Oh, yes, there definitely is.
Ahora te pronuncio, la puedes besar.
Okay, we have a little impromptu ceremony here. Oh, this is cool. This is cool.
Bad about something I did.
Oh, sweetie.
Little misunderstanding here.
It was just so freaky. I couldn't stop looking.
You did stop looking.
After about an hour.
Okay.
And some parts just seemed crazy.
Parts weren't real, obviously.
Right? Like Anne Frank's?
What?
All I know is one about Haley.
Oh, shoot.
That's disturbing.
Now the truth is coming out.
Her journal. Little creep. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Wait, Haley's journal?
Now Phil is so busted.
Private. Oh, please. The most shocking thing in there was your spelling.
You read it too?
Dang,
Who hasn't
dang.
read it?
I was looking. Children are looking at a naked picture.
It wasn't me. It's gross. I'm 10.
If it wasn't you, who was
Oh,
it?
now everyone knows. Pizza guy. Pizza guy.
Rosa, thank you for coming. He knows how to say no. He can put himself first. Certainly can turn his back on someone suffering.
No, really, keep going.
You're making me sound great here.
That was nice.
He is a gift. He lost his monocle on the drive. Head was out the window.
That fits. That tracks.
Gloria, there you are. I've got good news.
Matter.
Gloria's so confused.
There's something that someone sent me. All the porn I need. That's...
Honey, I couldn't care less about the picture. I was just upset when I thought it was Lou. Haley's off in her own world. Alex has never really been a kid. It's my baby. Too much to ask that he stay innocent kid forever.
Forever? Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Everyone's gotta grow up. But I get what she's saying, you know.
We'll dribble later. I just want to say I'm sorry.
Ah, that's good. He's apologizing to Luke, too.
I should have stopped it, but I didn't. A woman on a tractor, and she had her shirt off.
Was it hot?
Okay, we're being honest. The boy hat did not hurt one bit. Jeans, and you were asking about the weather, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Summarily dismissed from the employ, and the latter being a humorless snoop. Exciting thrift shop you speak of. Many of my relatives released into the green pastures.
I think Cam wants to keep him.
I regret nothing. A comfortable man been stealing from your father for days. Feeling in the world.
Oh my
and having
gosh.
your
Oh, that's
ears
great,
flapped
though.
in
That's
the
great.
wind.
They did put his head out the window. I like that.
No, not you, Barkley. Cameron, out.
Oh.
All right, so that's Modern Family, Season 1, Episodes 11 and 12. I had fun with both those episodes. Episode 11, we had Phil with, I believe he had a kidney stone. I think that's what the issue was. And I thought they had so many really, really funny jokes that they kept repeating from that whole storyline. I mean, they had Phil's bedside manner with his kids, which I guess it's not really the bedside manner since he was the one who was sick, right? But whatever you call it, the way that he communicated to his children and was trying to comfort them, and then immediately after comforting them did the exact opposite of what is typical, like a good concerned parent trying to make their kids not worry. I love that they kept repeating that joke, and that was so in character for Phil, but it was also just so hilarious to see a dad character being like, no, everything's gonna be okay, unless it's not, and then I might be gone and you might be on your own, please, you know, put enough flowers at my tombstone or something, right? I just thought that was hilarious how Phil kept communicating in that way, and then it was great how all the kids reacted differently, kind of based on their age and their personality. I mean, poor Luke, you know, he really does get worried. First it was scary enough when he thought Jay might be sick and dying. Does he still think that? I don't even know if he ever discovered the truth, but now, you know, being worried that his own dad is in serious trouble. And then we also had like the hot fireman that everyone knows in the neighborhood, right? And everyone is excited to see these people, including Claire, right? She dresses up and puts on her lipstick, and then the way that they had, I thought the best, probably my favorite moment from that kind of angle of the storyline was the scene where Claire admits it, just like kind of the close-up on her face, and like the way that Phil guilted her into admitting it, where he's like, this could be the last time I talk to you, are you really gonna have that be a lie? Right? And then Claire knew it's a trap. She had to say something, and the way she like said it super quietly, just the way that was acted, the way that line was delivered, I just thought that was so funny. And then of course at the end of that episode, like we do see like Phil is trying to use that to, you know, get to hold on to that event so that he can get something that he really wants, which is such marriage strategy, right? And he's so happy about that, but then he almost makes it out of the hospital, but too late. It turns out he himself was hanging around, possibly kind of flirting with, you know, some attractive women in the hospital, and then it's gone. All the possible favors are gone. But just the way that they handled that in such a silly, fun way, and the acting of that storyline I thought was done really well. It was very funny. And then we had Manny's father showing up with Jay, right? And that storyline really took a direction I didn't expect. You know, what we've heard about Manny's father so far, I'm not a big fan of. You know, in particular, I'm remembering the episode where he promised to take Manny to Disneyland and then he didn't show up and he left Manny waiting there and such. You know, like that to me is really, I mean, I really took the message of that episode to heart, where I think so much of parenting is just showing up and being there. That really is the fundamental thing. And if you can't do that, I really don't have a lot of respect for someone like that. So based on that, I didn't expect this episode to go the way that it did. But you can kind of see like I appreciate what they did with Manny's dad, because at first Jay is talking to Gloria like, how could you fall for a guy like this? But then of course, in a humorous way, they end up hanging out and Jay's having a fun time. And you really do understand, like, and I think this is actually true for a lot of people, like, just because you're an unreliable father or an irresponsible person, that doesn't mean you don't have some type of charm or some type of appeal. Plenty of people who maybe have serious issues or aren't great parents, but that doesn't mean that they're not fun to be around. And so it just was a nice glimpse into, you know, why you could see why Gloria would fall in love with a guy like that. And especially, I do think this is really true, that certain people are a lot of fun to hang around just a little bit. But I think if you actually lived with them or got to know them and spent day after day with them or started having a very serious relationship, not necessarily romantic, but if you were like a close friend with them and you really got to know them, that's where you kind of see the darker sides of their personality. But on the surface, if they're just an acquaintance of yours, you're like, this person is awesome. I think a lot of people probably have experience with people like that, where if you don't really know them, everyone thinks they're great. But then if you spend a lot of time with them, you see some really serious fundamental issues. I will say, I think this wasn't the point of the episode, but I think, you know, Manny staying up all night, I think something like that would be okay, just to give him a really special experience of going to the baseball field, you know, something he's going to remember for the rest of his life, as like, you know, you don't want to make a habit of that so he's tired at school, like, of course not. But a one-time thing I think is okay. But I don't think that was the point of that storyline. I think the point of it was really showing that, yes, while Manny's dad is a lot of fun, there is a reason why Gloria ended things with him, and that's because when it came to being responsible and thinking about what was good for Manny and not just what's fun for Manny, that's where he wasn't really there as a dad, you know what I mean? And then in episode 12, we kind of had parallel storylines with Jay having some conflict with Gloria and Mitch having some conflict with Cam, and that was fun, you know, just the specific things that they were irritated about, you know, whether it's, you know, Jay's ridiculous dog butler that he brings into the house, you know, which is scaring Gloria every time she sees it. But I really like what they did with that storyline. I think my favorite aspect of it was the scene where Mitch had a conversation with his dad. And I really love Jay's perspective. And this is something they've shown his character do repeatedly, where he has an opinion that is flawed or is wrong. But then with a little bit of time and reflection, he comes to a deeper truth and a realization that he needs to change or he needs to compromise. And that's just something so consistent with Jay's character that I respect so much, because nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. We all have things we get upset about. But someone who's able to reflect and admit when they're wrong is just something I admire so much in a person. And I thought their conversation was just so telling, where when they start complaining about what their partner is doing to the other person, they both kind of realize, like, you know what, we are with amazing people. And of course, they're not going to think and act exactly like us, but you don't really want that in a partner, first of all, and second of all, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to fight with your partner, but it's another thing to fight over nothing. And that's really when you step back and kind of get more of a bird's eye view, you can realize that's what's going on, even though sometimes in the heat of the moment, you kind of give into your emotions and just get upset. But like I said, the story that I was talking about is I had a friend and a neighbor growing up who loves Darth Vader, loves Darth Vader, and had actually got a life-size Darth Vader mannequin dressed up in the suit. Looks really, really cool. It's just, it's in kind of the corner, around the corner of one of the rooms. So you kind of walk into the dining room, and then around the corner, Darth Vader, you know, like over 6 foot tall, dark, towering Sith Lord is right there. But anyway, there have been some attempted robberies in the neighborhood and at my neighbor's house. So the cops came over to his house to kind of check things out. I think it was part of the police report. I don't know exactly, I wasn't there, but one of the cops was like walking through the house, and when he just caught the Darth Vader mannequin like out of the corner of his eye, and he like turned around and grabbed his gun, right? Just as an initial reaction, thinking there was someone like hiding in the corner of the room. So I thought that was just a funny little thing. It is true. If you have like a life-size figure in your home, I do think you can startle people, but I am a fan of it though. I think Darth Vader mannequin, I would take that any day over the dog butler, that I would just say. And then we also had the hilarious storyline with Phil trying to cover his tracks for looking at a certain type of picture on the computer, even going so far as to let Luke take the blame. And just the way that they carried out that whole storyline, you can kind of sense that it's inevitable that Phil is going to eventually get caught. But it was great seeing him kind of go to all the different lengths that he had to do. I do like the little joke that they fit in there as well with Alex, where Alex is like, you know, parents are starting to hit their kids again, you know, and then she walks by and like Luke and his dad are like slapping each other's hands playing, and she's like, oh, Luke is getting spanked. This is great. I just thought that was a very seamless, tiny little joke that they fit in smoothly that I thought worked really well. But the final confrontation scene where all the truth came out, I thought was great, where everyone's kind of yelling at each other, and there's obviously the miscommunication where Claire thinks Luke is talking about one thing, but really he's talking about something different. You know, just the way that the dialogue that Luke was saying, you know, talking to his mom was misinterpreted as something totally different, I thought was pretty hilarious. I mean, throwing in a line about Anne Frank, like, who thinks of something like that? Oh. But of course, Phil is caught, and he finally has to admit the truth, and he apologizes to Claire, and then also apologizes to Luke. And it turns out, you know, Claire didn't even care. That didn't even bother her one bit. She really just was worried about her son, and not just her worried about her son, but she, like she was talking about, you know, she kind of wants to hold on to that childhood innocence as her kids are getting older, which I'm sure a lot of parents can relate to, right? I mean, you hear that kind of advice time and time again to really cherish the time when your kids are young, because they grow up so fast. And I do think it's very true that even though you love your kids as they grow up and they're teenagers and eventually adults, I feel like there is a special little window of time, you know, and I'm speaking as if I've experienced this. I have no experience, but still, I think this is true as someone who's never had kids. But I think there's a special window of time when your kids are really young, and there's just a beautiful kind of childhood innocence about them that, you know, no one really holds on to as you grow up and become an adult. And so I think that's really what Claire, you know, why she felt bad is that she doesn't want her little boy to grow up, you know what I mean? But now Claire has something to hold against Phil, you know, even though she's not really upset, you know, now as the wife, I feel like that, you know, things were even. They evened the score in the previous episode where both of them in the hospital, right? But now Claire has something on Phil. So whatever she needs, whether it's a bracelet or a vacation or something, if she waits enough years, it can really have there's a lot of compound interest. You know, following Phil's logic, if she waits until retirement age, who knows what she could cash in that favor for. But I had a lot of fun with both those episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed them as well. As always, if you want to watch along the full unedited reaction, that is up on Patreon. That's also where you can check out future reactions of Modern Family if you don't want to wait and care to support. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.